Hello. Um, Welcome to intuitive puzzle solving. I'm your host, Janine, she, her. Um, so, this is very funny to me. Obviously, first time ever streaming. Hello, welcome. I've done some streaming stuff for my actual job, but not for this. It's also been a super long time since I've been on the internet, in terms of, you know, my face. Um, so basically, this came up because I've been had this thought in my head that I would do some intuitive puzzle solving for a couple months, and I just kept coming up with excuses not to do it. And that actually reminds me that I need to take a second and post this on Instagram that I'm doing this. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll come back to the 0 people who are watching me right now, which also that means this is going to disappear for a second. This is very, very thrilling, I know. Come, hey, with me while I always was like, wow, streamers take a long time to get set up, but here I am taking a long time to get set up. I had this all prepped too. I made the whole post, but I guess learning for next time. Learning. Okay. Wait. Oh God, I didn't want to do this as a post. That's why this is happening, because I said I want it to be a story. Oh my God, why? This one. There we go. That's fine. Okay, I have shared it to my stories, so maybe there will be people who actually show up. If not, I'm gonna have a great time puzzling. Okay, so I have to open the camera back up. Here we go. We got a camera back. Okay. So here's the premise. I'm going to be solving puzzles on stream, and you can watch, and it's going to be super fun, of course, obviously. This puzzle was a gift to me from my aunt, who got it secondhand shopping. As you can see from this lovely sticker up here, it cost a whole $1, which does add the additional chaos of this could be missing pieces because it's from a secondhand store. Okay, so what is intuitive puzzle solving? Why am I calling this intuitive puzzle solving? The idea is that I don't look at this picture once I open the box. This drives people crazy who try to solve puzzles with me, because they want to look at the box. So I don't do any of the I look at the piece, I look at the box. It's all intuitive. I pick up the piece and my brain tells me where to put it. which I think is kind of fun, and I am hoping will be interesting to watch on a screen. We'll find out. What else did I want to say before I got started? This is a Big Ben 1000 piece puzzle from Milton Bradley. Now, I like Ravensburger puzzles the best, but I have already done the one Ravensburger puzzle. I have. Ravensburg? See, I'm a fake puzzler because I can't remember the name of the puzzle company. Right. So that's the idea. I have now posted on Instagram, so maybe people will show up. Hello, people, if you do show up. Okay, so it's a 1000-piece puzzle. I guess we can get started. I'm gonna, in the background, because, I'm talking into the abyss right now, the abyss of no people. Oh, that was the other thing I was gonna say, which is, when I came up with this idea, it was kind of an extension of an idea I had already had, which was a podcast called Talking into the Abyss, because I'm fairly certain that nobody actually wants to watch me. I'm fairly certain that nobody actually wants to watch me, at least at the moment. Maybe someday. So hello, Abyss. Hello. It's lovely to see you in all of your black emptiness. And maybe someday people will populate the Abyss. That would be exciting. Okay. So I was thinking about doing the podcast about Talking into the Abyss, and then I was like, but that's pretty boring to watch. Oh, you can see all of the crap that's just slightly off to the side on my desk. That's really boring to watch. What can I do that's actually interesting to watch? And I would want to watch someone solving jigsaw puzzles. I would find it really satisfying. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so let's break into the box. I'm literally never going to look at this picture again. It's upside down. Okay, so my first step in puzzling is that I sort and find all the edges. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. You're not an edge, you're not an edge. Sometimes I'll start, like if there's interesting colors, I'll start pulling those out as well. But not always. I don't know. It's like completely random what I actually decide to do. Also, I had to laugh because I scheduled out that I was going to do this. I just put this in the wrong box. I always think I'm doing such a good job of getting all my edges out, and then there's always some that end up in this box where they're not supposed to be. I'm like, how did I do that? Okay. What was I thinking? Oh, part of what inspired me to do this, I don't know, obviously there's loads of live streamers who do lots of things, and maybe at some point I'll get another camera that's here so I can look up, or right now we're running on what we have. So if this is something that I enjoy doing, I haven't invested a ton of money into it, but I think it looks pretty nice. And I've managed to block off the part of the screen with my face that is just full of wires over the corner there. Right, so the thing I was thinking about was, as a kid, I used to get sent outside to weed, because, that's a good task, good keeping up the household task you get. Mine were weeding often, just me. That was after my brother learned to mow the lawn, so I guess that's fair. But mine were mostly weeding and emptying the dishwasher. And this was in a time before AirPods, in a time before MP3s, in a time before I had a CD player. I think probably people had CD players. Certainly people had CD players, but Walkman, usable traveling CD players. So what things that I would do now, listening to a podcast or an audiobook, because that is how I live my life. It's very strange for me to not have constant sound of some kind. TV show, all of those things were not available to me as I was as I was weeding, because why would they be again with the piece in the wrong box? They were not available to me as I was weeding as a child, and so I would just pretend that I was on a TV show explaining to people how to weed, which I'm sure was enthralling to the imaginary people who were watching me weed. There was nobody watching me weed, guys. That's why they're imaginary. That's why they're imaginary. So narrating myself doing an activity is something I have done since well before YouTube was a thing. I started following YouTube, not just like randomly pulling up YouTube videos in 2008, which was kind of at the beginning of it. I guess I was the right age in high school for that to happen to me, but there was like a whole year of things that had already happened, and I kind of felt like I had missed out. And I wanted to actually, when I was in high school, start doing vlogging then. Obvious formative people who I followed were the Vlog Brothers. I think they might have been the first channel I subscribed to. I don't really know how to tell anymore. There's got to be data. Like, YouTube has that data. YouTube knows what this channel subscribed to first. In the days before Google Plus. So I think probably the first one I actually subscribed to was the Vlog Brothers. I also watched 5 Awesome Girls. Charlie is so cool. Congrats, Charlie, on living your true life now. So stoked for you. Excited to see what you create. You're never gonna see this video, but still, congrats. Love that for you. So I just had this idea that I would make a YouTube channel, and I got the camcorder from our house, and I recorded myself. I was going to do it with a friend from high school, Shannon. Hi, Shannon. If you're ever watching this, hello. I was going to do it with her, and I got as far as using the camcorder to record the first time I ever put in contact lenses. I must have done it in the optometrist office, but it was the first time I had ever done it on my own. So somewhere there's a camcorder tape of me presenting to camera about putting in contact lenses for the first time. And I had plans to edit that, and I never did. And then in college, I wanted to do it for a while. I don't actually remember the first video that's up on this channel, but I was last night while I was setting up this to stream. I was watching some of my old videos. I'm can't believe it's been almost a decade since the last time. I uploaded. Also, this is probably really annoying that sometimes I come close to the mic for you guys because it's probably changing the sound. But since I can see that there are currently 0 people watching, it doesn't matter. Right. So I had this idea that I was going to start a YouTube channel. This has been a thing. For a while, I was convinced that my life path should be Bill Nye for the internet. But then Hank Green did it. And I think that might have been one of my London vlogs on this channel if you ever decide to go back. People who don't exist. But if you ever decide to go back and look at that, that's a thing that I did. Oh, right. So there's a vlog where I'm talking about other people doing things that I want to do, and so therefore not doing them because somebody else has done them. I'm going to move this. Maybe this is better. Not doing them because other people have already done them, and like becoming frustrated that I didn't have anything additional to add to the conversation, I felt like. And then saying, but like, that's silly, because unless you're like actively going out for somebody's brand and like actively trying to copy exactly what they do, your content's going to be different, right? Your perspective is different. Your lived experience is different. So like, it's going to be different. But I have a very strong perfectionist streak and possibly ADHD. I don't know. It could be. I like hear people talk about ADHD. I certainly have some sort of sensory processing something. But because I just felt intimidated by it. And so I was watching that, and I was already kind of thinking that I was going to do this. And then I was actively on. I was actively on the YouTube site on my channel because I was looking at how to start a stream. So that was what I was trying to do. But obviously I didn't actually make science videos for the internet. I have one science video for the internet. It's not on my channel though. Aside from like the 39 reasons why, which, right. So that was where I was getting with the story, was that in college, I finally had a friend, Liz, who was like, yeah, let's do it. And we ended up having another friend. And I think that was junior or senior year that we finally like started doing blogging stuff on a channel that had like no subscribers, but all those videos are up. If you want to go to 39 Reasons Why, you can see a college version of me and a bit of my post-college experience. Have an unboxing on there of when I got my junior year laptop, because we got issued laptops freshman year, and then you traded them in junior year for new laptops because, you know, tech changes real fast. So yeah, we had that for a while, and then all of us who were on the channel went our separate ways. Now, one of us has a child. Crazy talk. So yeah. So like online video has been a thing that I have followed since at least 2008. I'm pretty sure I only started in like January 2008 properly following YouTube. That's certainly when I properly started following the Vlogbrothers. I had a friend, Shannon, who was like, I think I was maybe reading An Abundance of Catherines, which is one of John Green's early books. And I loved it. I especially loved all of the like mathematical formulas because I'm good at math. I like math. Math can be really fun, guys, who don't exist because there are no viewers watching this right now. I'm streaming into the abyss. Right, so I started watching YouTube in January of 2008, or at least started like following YouTubers then. And I guess that like, I was like, I'm going to be Bill Nye for the internet. Obviously Hank Green is Bill Nye for the internet. Clearly I failed at that. That's fine. When I was in grad school, I did a lot of studies about, or like, I don't know that I did a lot of studies. I was interested in studying women in science media, and like why there were fewer of them. Spoiler alert, it's because people harass women. I even did a content analysis on like the kind of comments women got on science videos they made versus like women doing traditionally female endeavors like makeup channels, and I like compared hate comments, but there was a flaw in my methodology, which is that people can block comments and commenters. So I didn't actually see all of the hate that those channels were getting. I just could see how relevant comments were, and like, yeah. So I couldn't do a good content analysis on that, which is fine. So anyway, in the last 10 years, what have I been doing? It's clearly not YouTube. I have been on, this is going to happen a lot, where I think of a thing that I wanted to say, and then I did all of the lead up for saying the thing. I forgot to say the thing. Right, so I was saying earlier that I do have a science video on the internet. It's called What Makes a Moon. It's not on my channel. One of my coworkers, when I was living in Orlando, and I made it. I think it's really fun. He had very good video editing skills, and like could do like After Effects and stuff, whereas I can pretty much just do the simple editing, which I don't mind. I enjoy doing that, but putting all the effort into that when no one's going to watch felt silly. So instead, I didn't do that. Instead, I was like, what is the level of energy that I can give? So it's ended up on his channel because he edited it. And I think one of his previous videos on his channel had done quite well. And so it made more sense to put the video on his channel than my channel. And then I have a documentary I made, actually, called The Hill Farmer. It's on another friend's channel. I think if you go on YouTube and search The Hill Farmer, you will find it. It's genuinely, I really like that project. It was really cool. I got to go to a hill farm in Cumbria. That was like one of the people on the project's mom's friend. Like, she's a fascinating woman who's very removed from like society, talking about like that perspective of taking care of animals, and how people aren't a monolith, and getting to meet some very cute baby animals, which I'm always a fan of. I love baby animals. So yeah, it was a thing for sure. Yeah, so if you want to see that video, you can search The Hill Farm. And again, that is not on my channel, but you can find it. Then you can find out too much about me. That's okay. I can always take this video down if I need to. Right. So how's it going, Abyss? Having fun? Watching me do nothing? I hope. It's interesting because, again, with putting the flat edge in the not flat edges box, it goes down here. What was I saying? Something about, it's funny because I always watch streamers and they're like never sure if they're actually streaming or not. I'm like, oh, I get that now. It's also, I think there's some experiment. I'm sure, Abyss, you have definitely done this. But anybody who actually would watch this has definitely done this, where you are talking, but you're wearing headphones and they play back to you on a slight delay what you said, and it's horrible. It It's so horrible. Like makes your brain freak out. I'm sure there's a reason for that. It's very disturbing. It happens to me on Zoom sometimes when people don't have the settings on the meeting as mute all upon entry. Pro tip: if you're running a Zoom meeting with more than 3 people, mute all on entry. Also, pro tip: wear headphones. Wear headphones when you're on a Zoom meeting, because otherwise your microphone can hear the output of your computer. And then it's horrible for anyone else on the meeting. That's okay. Okay. All right. So, first sip of the stream, guys. First stream sip. So I decided, after all of those things, that's like the history of what brought me to here, that I solve puzzles really weirdly to most people, because most people who are puzzling, in my experience, in my very limited experience, because this is, I don't watch people doing puzzle streams on the internet, although I would, except for I intentionally didn't seek that out, because I was like, first join, guys, first join. I intentionally didn't seek that out because of the thing I was talking about earlier, which is where I feel like if somebody else is doing the thing I want to do, then it's not worth me doing it, which is not, it's not helpful. It's not how things should work. But for me, puzzling, I like to do primarily on my own, because not at this step. Like at this step, it's totally fine. At this step, I don't mind having other people around. I enjoy doing things with other people. I enjoy the puzzle sorting with other people. But once I get to the point where I'm starting to like properly solve the puzzle and put pieces together, my brain kind of maps where pieces are, and I'll like sort by color, of course, and shape sometimes, but mostly by color. And my brain will like remember pieces. And so if somebody else is helping me put pieces in the puzzle, they'll move things. It drives me crazy. So I'm a mostly solitary puzzler. My partner, when he solves puzzles, likes to, at a certain point, sort them by like the shape of the puzzle piece. So like if they're 2-prong sidey boys with 2 insides, or if they're 3 innies, 1 outie. And that's like how he does puzzles, and that's very much not how I'm like a primarily color person. Actually, this came together, and so now they must be separated, so that I haven't cheated at all. That's another thing that I consider cheating, is if you find 2 pieces in a puzzle box that are already connected, they must be separated. I want to do the whole puzzle. I don't want to do part of the puzzle. Wow, we've been streaming almost half an hour, guys. Whole 0 people watching me. So fun. So I mostly solve by looking at the colors, and my brain will map where pieces are, which is why I call it intuitive puzzle solving, because I'm not like looking at a piece and determining where it goes based on looking at a picture. I'm like, my brain is half remembering a piece it's seen before and looking for that piece. Now, mind you, That's like the ideal of it. Oh, I was saying that my favorite piece. Do I have ADHD? Maybe someone can diagnose me while watching this. One of my favorite puzzles that I've done that I own is a, I want to say grayscale. That's not right. Gradient of like pink to orange, and every single piece is a slightly different color. So that one was really fun to do because it was like sorting out which of these pieces looks oranger and pinker, and like starting from the most pink and the most orange and then working in. That was really pleasant. There's actually there's an iPhone game that if you like that, like I liked that puzzle. You will like. It's called Hue. And then there's also Hue 2. And actually, I think I would recommend Hue 2 over Hue because it has more different shapes and you don't have to watch commercials all the time to get anywhere in it. I'm pretty sure I don't have the paid version of that. So so that's my favorite puzzle, and that's kind of an explanation of like what at some point you might see on here. Ooh, there's words. There's words. I'm gonna put it with the other words. Yes. Second connection. So, right, talking about kind of the process of what puzzling is for me. Where was I? Oh, right. So the first step for me in solving a puzzle, unlike what I don't think there's anybody in the world who would say, yeah, no, don't do that. That's a bad way to start puzzling. I think anyone who has ever done a puzzle would agree that it's a good way to start a puzzle. And maybe not the way that they start a puzzle. Maybe they like to do stuff in the middle first. But the way that I like to is, very first thing you do, find all the edges. Now, obviously, if you're me, as you are going through every single of the 1,000-piece puzzles, or it could be less than 1,000 pieces, because again, I got this puzzle from the thrift store by way of my aunt. So it could be missing pieces. What we're saying is it could be missing pieces. I often still end up with edges in this box, even though I 100% should have 0 edges in that box. Chaos. Right, enjoy the quiet, guys. So I find all the edges first, and then I put the edges together. And that helps me a lot spatially as well, because with intuitive puzzle solving, should have copyrighted that before I started using it. But that's okay, because 0 people are watching this stream. It doesn't matter. None of you imaginary people are going to steal my phrase. Also, I've used it with people in real life. And yeah. So intuitive puzzle solving, or intuitive puzzling, or intuitive puzzle making. I'm pretty sure I called this stream intuitive puzzling because it sounded nicer. That's why I did it. Oh, good. I have definitely, I put on makeup for this because I don't normally wear red lipstick at 9:30 in the morning. 9 in the morning. And I definitely just rubbed some of it onto the back of my hand there, which means it could be on my nose. Would you tell me, non-existent chat, if it was on my nose? I hope you would. I think you would. Okay. So that's we're at the stage still right now where we're just pulling out edges. I am now going to, so what do I normally do when I'm puzzling? Because I'm not normally streaming. I normally am watching YouTube or listening to an audiobook or watching TV because, as I said earlier when I was talking about my childhood of self-narrating weeding, because I don't know if you know this, guys, weeding is really boring. Especially when you're a small child and there's lots of weeds. And somebody's going to come back after you. You have to get every single weed to come back after you and make you do it again. Not that, like, the weeding didn't need to happen, because it did. Like, everything looks nicer when it's weeded properly, and it gives the plants a better chance of growing and all of that. And the more weeds you weed, the fewer weeds there are in the future. Grass, by the way, is the literal worst in terms of weeds. Yeah. So normally I would watch YouTube. So that's what I will turn on now, since there are still 0 people watching. But I'll try to drop in occasionally and say something maybe interesting. Right, so who am I watching on YouTube? Furry Little Peach. She has a new studio vlog up, which I love. Maybe at some point I would get some non-copyright background music to just play while this is happening. So if I go quiet, you can enjoy that. It's been a while since I talk so frequently. With the pandemic, I am almost always at home. So there's not a lot of talking that's happening. So my vocal cords don't get a lot of work. At work, when I'm in, especially when I'm presenting, then the voice gets a workout, but not usually at home. Hey, third connection. Yeah. In some ways this is like the easiest part of doing the puzzle, and in some ways it's like the worst part. There's another connection. We got 3 pieces in a row here, guys. The other good news about doing this is that I'm using the happy light from my house. So, if nothing else, I'm getting some happy vitamin D in the doldrums of winter. Maybe next time I'll call this Make a Puzzle with Me. Oh no, Guys, I just threw a bunch of pieces in here. This is how flat edges, friends, end up in the wrong place. Oh, I hope that was the only one. It's okay. Ooh, we got another corner. I think that's 3 corners now. There's one, there's one. Oh. If you can hear that, I don't think you can hear that, but if you can hear that, chaos is happening at work, I think. I know, work on a Saturday. That's how it goes. I'm not in today, thank goodness. But I will be in February. Actually, that reminds me. that I was going to explain kind of my schedule of what I'm thinking here, which is that I'll do this on Saturday mornings, maybe also Sunday mornings. It depends on how excited I am about the puzzle. But another 3. I want it to be every weekend, but I don't think it will be every weekend, and it definitely in February will not be every weekend. If I find out that people were sad they missed this, I will maybe ultimately pull people. By people, I clearly mean friends from real life who might have had any interest in this. And maybe we'll go, hey, I missed you because I live on the West Coast and that was 6 a.m. and I'm not signing on to do that. So maybe it will happen at a different time of day. But I like the idea of doing it early in the morning, early-ish in the morning. It's the time I have that's the quietest, and also it won't mess up my circadian rhythms to be staring into the very bright light late at night, because I would obviously have to still do some lighting. Although, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't need that light when the window isn't as bright, because that over there is part of the reason that I needed to put that light on, because I needed to be able to see. I needed the light to be more balanced. I didn't want my whole face to be in shadow the whole time. I guess that's a benefit of like thinking about what you're gonna do on a live stream for like 6 months before you actually do it. I was really excited. So one of the things that had been like kind of stopping me from doing this is the fact that nobody would watch me. No, just kidding. Because obviously like people don't really watch me, so that wasn't really the thing that was stopping me doing it. What was stopping me doing it was I was like, I want to buy that really pretty Nikon camera, and then like I'll use the really pretty Nikon camera. But I have very nice devices that are capable of recording, and so I didn't need to spend several $1,000s. I think it's like $1,300 on a very nice camera. Because I have a very nice camera. It's this one right here. I have my cell phone, so the thing that was exciting was that I was wondering if there was a way for OBS, which is the streaming software that I think pretty much everybody uses, but certainly the streaming software that I use. Oh, I could have been recording this also. It's okay, it's going up on YouTube, so you will see it, and I don't need to record it. It'll just be there. I guess if I wanted to edit later, it's probably, I'm not gonna worry about it. Okay. There was a thought, and then music just played for a Little Peaches video, and I'm like, I don't know what's happening. Oh, it's the integration corner. Oh, she made a new logo. It's her integration corner. Does that fit? It does fit. We got another connection, guys. Right, so what was I thinking about? Something about, I don't know. I lost it. I'll maybe, some something about streaming software. I don't know. I don't know what I was saying. Oh, I think I was just talking about, like, I had the capacity to start this. And so the other day I was looking, and the streaming software OBS has an app that you can download to turn your camera on your cell phone into a streaming camera. And I was like, well, I guess that answers that question of how I would do that. And then I was like, oh, and I could have 2 cameras because I could use the laptop. And I have this very nice microphone that I did drop on the floor. So I actually have no idea how this sounds right now. And I also hate listening to the sound of my own voice. Although, when I was watching my old videos, which was the other thing that I like was kind of my final push about actually making this, was I really enjoyed watching those videos of me from almost 10 years ago and like seeing how I was thinking and being in that period of time and like having that captured. And I know YouTubers talk about that a lot where they're like, oh, I would do this anyway because I want to record it because I want to have the memories. I get it. Like now that I have that ability to look back on things that were just me vlogging and not me failing to do something well. Oh, there's the other corner. Okay, now I have all 4 corners. Got all the corners, got all the corners. Now that I have all of those videos to look back on, I do actually genuinely like to look back at them. And so I was like, yeah, even if literally no one ever watches me stream, I might enjoy listening to myself 10 years down the road and not have that dysphoria, dysphonia? I don't know, of listening to myself talk, because when I was that removed from it, I didn't get that, like, I don't know, do you get that cringy feeling? When I was in high school, I took voice lessons, and we always had to record the voice lessons, and it was much more difficult to record back then because cell phones did not have that capacity. Now it's super easy. You just use your cell phone, and it's great. But at the time, I had like a little recorder that I would bring in, and then you were supposed to, when you practiced your song in the off hours, listen to yourself. I was like, what is that thudding? And we have a robot vacuum. And I'm on like it's up there and I'm down here, and it's doing the thunk thunk. So that's what that is. I don't think you guys can hear it. Although maybe vibrations travel. But you don't have any ears because you're not real. Unless you are real, because you're actually watching this. Later, hello, future person who's watching this. Thanks for spending some time with me. Yeah, so I was gonna say something about. Finally had those. I was gonna say about voice lessons, and so you had to listen to yourself singing, and that, like, it's an important thing to become a person who can judge yourself kind of dispassionately in that way. Oh, gross. Somebody else's hair. Ew. I don't think you could see that. Well, it's not my hair. Somebody else's hair. That is the danger of getting secondhand puzzles. Ooh. Guys, we got a 5 connect. 5 connect. Very exciting. So I don't like listening to my own voice. And I've gotten better about it over the years, both because of voice lessons and because of making YouTube videos that nobody watched. That's okay. And because of I don't know, work, I guess, having to do things for work that involved me getting recorded, or like my words being used in that way. But I still really, really, really don't like watching other people watch recordings of me. And I mean, to be fair, I also don't really like the experience of people I know watching me. And I don't know how much of that is like getting critiqued a lot as a kid, especially when I was like singing or performing about how I could have done better. I don't know how much of it is that. Ooh, yes. And how much of it is just I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, why I don't really like people seeing me. I don't mind people watching me as long as I don't know that they're watching me. As part of my job, I have to perform, which I like. I like performing. I don't love it in a pandemic where no one wears masks, even though people are dying. Don't love that. I said the P word. Actually, I was thinking about that. My partner was like, why do you think it's really annoyed when people call it the panini or the pancake. I don't know. And it's just occurring to me now that I have seen that people say, like, we'll edit out saying that word because like it doesn't do well in the algorithm. So that might be actually, there's a reason why people don't say the whole word. Guys, we're almost to the end of the 1,000 pieces. Soon we can begin stage 2. I really like stage 2 of a puzzle. I mean, they're all good stages. I like puzzling. That's why I'm doing this, is because I enjoy doing puzzles. Oh, I was going to say that earlier. This is a lot of like you seeing me pick up thoughts that I had earlier. That's fascinating. I was thinking about doing Talking into the Abyss, and I actually like drew up some logo stuff for it and whatnot. But I think one of the things that I didn't like about it is it's that same, like, I don't like other people hearing me talk to myself. I get really shy about that. But also it was just like, it kind of felt wasteful. I don't know. To spend time. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Oh, good. Great. Love that. Love that for everybody. But having the puzzle to do, like, gives me something to kind of distract from that, and like the time doesn't feel wasted because at the end I have the puzzle. I don't know. Something like that. Something like that, indeed. One of the weird things about streaming is that you have, or can have, like the software where you're streaming from. And you can have the window, obviously, on YouTube, where theoretically, if anyone wanted to say hello, they could in the little comment box. So you kind of have to have both open, unless you have a streaming software. I think there are streaming softwares that will shoot the comments back towards you, and like with Twitch and everything, I can imagine that that's like super valuable or whatever. But what was I saying? I don't have that, so it's not all in my streaming software. The comments are not all in my streaming software. And so there's a time delay, right? Because it's got to get processed through stuff. And so it's really weird to me to have to like physically see that. I've done streams before for work where I'm not using OBS. Somebody else is. But the streams I've done for work have all been through Zoom. So you like know how many people are on and like they were invited or whatever. And you like I was on there as a moderator mostly. Occasionally talking about space because space is pretty great. Love space. But mostly just as a moderator asking questions that people were putting in that chat. And so I didn't ever have this experience with streaming where I have the time delay. And so the way it's set up on my computer right now is that I can see myself talking. I like seeing myself talking. But I can also see it in the YouTube software, like on a very slight delay. So it's really weird to like see your hands sometimes. I don't know, man. There's probably some ASMR stuff that would be interesting to people. Right, so maybe I'll find out that there's a better time to do this that people like better. Also, I think my YouTube is on the wrong time zone. So when I went to schedule this, I thought I scheduled it for 9:30 a.m. And then it said stream starting in 13 hours. So somehow I must have scheduled it for PM. I am very much a person who uses the military clock. Use military time, everybody. It's the best. Like, I strongly recommend having like 1,600 hours on your phone. I think that comes from when I worked at Disney, and I would have shifts that would start at 2, or like, I guess maybe 6 is a better example. I could have shifts that started at 6, and so it could be 6 a.m. or 6 p.m. And like, you'd have really weird sleeping hours if you're working until 2 a.m. and that kind of thing. So I'm pretty sure that was when I started using military time on my phone, because then if I looked at my phone, like if I took an accidental nap or something, I always knew that I wasn't going to miss my shift because I knew what time it actually was. Or I guess I could have known that I was going to miss my shift, but I never missed a shift, so it wasn't that. But yeah, highly recommend military time. Anyway, I guess either, there's another piece in here, either there wasn't, I'm gonna empty them, there's like grit in here that's always like the puzzle dust. I'm gonna empty that in my trash can that is happily right to my left there. Okay. So anyway, so when I scheduled this, I thought I was scheduling it for 9:30 a.m., but it looked like perhaps that I actually scheduled it for 9:30 p.m. So sorry to anybody who's subscribed to me who is maybe interested in watching, but maybe at some point I will do this at a different time. We'll see. Yeah. Okay, so stage 1 is done. This theoretically only has non-edge pieces in it. This is just empty. We'll use it for sorting later. I'm going to start putting together piecey pieces. I'm going to take I was going to take a slight break to look at Instagram. I guess that's why people have so many machines when they do streaming. Eventually, if I have a camera instead of this, even though this is a really good camera, so like, it's fine. I guess eventually, maybe I would, you go there? Yes. What was I saying? It's a thought. I had a thought about, I would have the software on my computer so I could go on Instagram. I don't want to put software on my computer so I can go on Instagram. I recognize I don't want to log into my account on Instagram on my computer because I did a job for a while where I ran the social media for a magazine, and I, first of all, was not very good. It's not very good at that job, which, like, what a surprise. No one has showed up to my stream that I am bad at advertising on social media. And I also had this thought that I was going to do this at like 9 o'clock last night. And I guess really I should have advertised last night that I was thinking about doing this in the morning, and for people to come watch me if they wanted and hang out in the chat. Maybe they will. I'm going to do this whole puzzle on stream, by the way. I did think about like, well, maybe if nobody shows up, I will just do the rest of it off camera. That just seems rude. Just seems rude. Even if there's no one currently watching to do that. So I won't do that. A lot of people don't like sky pieces. But as I was saying, I really like the gradient project I did. And so... project puzzle. I guess puzzles are projects. I really, really enjoyed that gradient puzzle. And so actually I don't usually mind doing the sky. That is the time though that I will tend to look at more the shape of puzzle pieces than otherwise. Yay. That is really frustrating to watch someone doing a puzzle and like, oh, I know where that piece goes. What are you doing? Because like in real life, that is very frustrating. But at least in real life, you can be like, what are you doing? There's nowhere the piece goes. This is going to be an interesting puzzle. Can you see? Yeah, you can see this. This is going to be an interesting puzzle because you see these edges don't always match up. It's, I think it'll be good, but like sometimes that messes with my brain and how it processes puzzles. What was I thinking about? Something. There was a thought there. There's a thought in my brain. I don't know where it's gone. Oh well, maybe it'll come back. Now I'm like properly puzzle solving, and so my brain is very much not also able to talk. Right, so that is my definite promise to you guys, is that I will, to you guys. Oh, one viewer, hello. Say hello in the chat, one viewer. I don't know who you are, but hello. I'm doing a puzzle. Are you enjoying watching me do a puzzle? Yeah, aw, I didn't think anyone would show up. That's fun. Okay, so, right, I was thinking about that maybe I wouldn't do the whole puzzle on stream. Now I'm nervous because you're there. Hi. No, seriously though, I can see that there's somebody watching. Say hello in the chat, please. So I was thinking about not doing all of this on stream and like doing some of it for funsies. not on stream. Ooh, that's just top chat, but I think like it should be all the chat. Okay. Ooh, there's a bit of mountain on that. Ha ha ha. So I was thinking about doing some of this off stream, the puzzle, but I decided I would just do the whole thing on stream. So basically, you're getting definitely me doing the entire puzzle on stream. If that's something that you want to watch, you definitely can. Where was I? Okay, so you can see that I've separated. Now, I started puzzling. I didn't explain what I was doing puzzling, and I've just been chatting into the abyss. But now there's a whole one person in the abyss. Hello, one person. It's probably really annoying. You probably have seen pieces that go together by now, and you're like, that piece. I was saying that would definitely drive me crazy. I wonder if that's why. I think there are people who do puzzle videos on YouTube. Okay, I'm almost certain. I followed someone who I think what they do now is puzzles on YouTube, but I don't know if they stream. Again, I'm saying again, imagining that you have watched the entire 40 some minutes to an hour that the stream has been going on. But you definitely haven't, because you only just showed up. Hello. I intentionally didn't watch other people who make puzzle content on YouTube, even though strategically that probably would have been smart, because I think this must go on this side and this must go over here. No, here? Yeah. Even though it would have been smart to do market research or whatever, I'm not good at trying to make people follow me or engage with my content. Which big surprise, because I literally last made a video. I guess it's not the last time I made a video, but last made a video on this channel in 2014, I think. It's a long time. Right. So I gotta rotate this. This box over here makes it basically literally impossible to not look at that picture, and I don't want to look at the picture. That ruins the intuitive puzzle solving. I guess I'll say again for this person who is a mystery. Oh no, they're gone. Goodbye. The abyss is back. Welcome back to the abyss. That was fun for a whole 2 minutes maybe. I'm now looking at my stream analytics. A whole 26 seconds. There's a person watching. Goodbye, person who was watching, who I will never know who you were. I might know where you were from. That's fun. I don't know. I had these dreams that if people showed up, they would post in the chat, but I guess it's not a good dream. Not a bad dream. Not a realistic dream. Anyway. I haven't watched a lot of other content of people who are part of the puzzle community. I just decided that I could join, and here we are. This is very annoying. I feel like there are pieces missing. Guys. How are there pieces missing? Why? I was saying that this uneven edge here is going to be tricky. Okay, well, I'll start another YouTube podcast to watch. I was thinking about talking into the dark, speaking into the abyss. I said talking into the dark because I'm watching Knitting in the Dark now. Movement is happening. Right, so I'm watching Knitting in the Dark, the podcast, now on the side here. Certainly, this slows down the process of actually puzzling to have yay! Oh, almost the whole top, guys. I did it! I have a whole top. Yay! And that means that this must go there. Did the whole top edge, everybody. All right, so when I was thinking about doing talking into the abyss, one of the things I thought about was that I could talk about my knitting, which is why I'm watching a knitting podcast now. So I thought about doing a knitting podcast, and like maybe eventually I will. I don't know. Maybe I'll bring knitting into my puzzling. I don't know. I can do whatever I want, guys, because there was only one whole viewer for 26 seconds. And then they were like, no, that's not the content I want. Yeah, so I guess I gotta like figure out some of the I guess really listening to a podcast at the same time I'm puzzling is very challenging for my brain. This feels like it should connect to something. Definitely should connect to something. There's a bunch of roofs. You went the other way. No, this way. No. Ooh. That's that. So one of the things that I do look at when I'm making puzzles, since I'm not looking at like the picture and trying to be like, where does this exact piece, where does it go? And then like look at the picture. So I think a lot of people solve puzzles that way, or at least like people who aren't puzzlers solve puzzles that way. Is the camera focus? This only works for like things where the camera focus is different, like landscapes like this one. But you can see sometimes that they're fuzzy, and then you can be like, those things must go together. Which of these things is not like the other? Which of these things just doesn't fit in? Anyway. This has roof. Yeah. And this goes over here. That would be exciting if that went together. Ooh, hello person. Hi. Doing a puzzle. Welcome. I guess I should be chatting more. Just doing the edges now. If you're here and you want to say hello in the chat, totally do. I think that's probably like if you came over from Instagram, because I'm not sure how else people would find this, although maybe it's just like you searched puzzles, or I don't know. YouTube does mysterious things sometimes. But if you came over from Instagram and you don't usually comment, totally comment down in the little chat box, so I can say hello. It's okay if not, though. Like, I promise I won't be offended. To be fair, also sometimes when I'm watching live streams, I like go all the way back to the beginning because I don't want to miss out on something from the beginning. It's tricky. This is orange. There's more. This is a roof. This is a roof. Still over here somewhere. I'm gonna shift over here. Now you can't see me as well, I'm sorry. But now I can see this better. Though this does connect. Connected the whole time. So anyway, I was thinking about doing a knitting podcast. And maybe at some point I will share knits with people if that's interesting to them. But I didn't start with that because I thought puzzles are honestly more interesting. More interesting to me. And like, also I am not the most prolific knitter. So that was part of it too, was I was thinking like, that's not words are hard when you're puzzling. Right, so I was thinking that like I could do a knitting podcast because I do knit. I make things. I make socks and stuff. Hand fingerless mitts. But I didn't do that because I don't knit that much. I don't have that many projects. I usually only have like one project on the needles at a time. So I don't know. But then I thought about streaming solving puzzles, and I was like, that's totally something I would watch. So here we are. Here we are. Where do you go? Where does that one piece go? You probably know. You've probably stared at that screen and gone, I know where that puzzle piece goes. She doesn't. That's okay. This is annoying to me though. What are you? There is a tiny table and chairs. Can you see the tiny table and chairs? Where does that go to? That goes on this side. Look at this one. That's flowers. That's flowers. There we go. Maybe this does go here. Oh, it does go there. Tisk, tisk to myself. Thanks for sticking around, whoever's watching. I hope this is kind of nice. I was chatting more earlier. But it turns out that talking while puzzling is kind of hard. Where do you go? Oh, that goes there. I really want that to go there and it doesn't. This goes upright. You go there. Oh, that goes there. I am so fascinated by this mystery table. I don't know that you can really see it now. But I'm really fascinated by this mystery table that's on this piece. Oh, I'm going to be so annoyed if I'm missing pieces, guys. And by guys, I mean one human who is watching me. Maybe you're a Russian bot. That could be fun. I'll never know unless you say hello. I suppose even if you did say hello, I still wouldn't know. No, come on. I want that piece to go there so bad. I think I've tried a couple times to put that same piece there. Okay, I can't push too far. Oh, you can't see that corner. If that bothers you, let me know in the chat. Well, maybe I'll move things. Does that go there? No. That goes there. Oh, you can't see the bottom. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's so annoying. Here you go. That's better. Now you can see the bottom. Sorry. That was probably really annoying. In my defense, it's my first time streaming, so we're learning. Yeah, I don't know if like conventional people who watch people puzzling, oh, somebody was off and then came back on, or maybe somebody else came on. Hello if you're new. Welcome back if you're the same person. I don't know if people like people not talking better. I don't know. I'll never know. I'll never know unless people tell me. That's very annoying. I feel like this piece is missing. Nope. Nope. Ooh. Guys, we have. Oh, you can't see. It's all connected, I promise. Here, can I? Oop. Nope, not that one. This is very exciting. Look, see? This whole bit's done. This is all done. Okay, I'm going to put myself back over that. Okay. Cool. So sorry that this is locked out, but I've completed it now. So yeah, let me know if you don't want me to be talking. Maybe next time I'll get some copyright free chill music to listen to. I think I can push this a little bit more this way. Where'd that corner piece go? There it is. Literally staring at the corner piece. Again, this must be so infuriating. I don't know if it's infuriating or not to like watch somebody else do a puzzle. I feel like I was doing a better job before of like being chatty. Put this over here. I guess maybe by the fact that my mysterious guest has left again. We're back in the abyss. People don't like silently watching me puzzle. I don't know. Oh no. Guys. Oh, wait, maybe not. Hey! We have a whole outside. We did it. I will probably keep going on this for another like 15 minutes. And then I'm gonna eat breakfast because I haven't eaten any breakfast today. Can you believe it? Okay, so we're back to sorting because I've done all the edges. I think I might pull out all the cloud mountain situation stuff. Cloudy mountains. There are a lot of roofs. I guess that's also sky, really. I don't normally start with sky. I normally start with something else, but this I feel like has a lot of roofs and actually not very much sky. This looks like it's brighter. I don't know. We're in quiet time now, I guess. gonna see if any of these pieces connect up in here. We'll see. It's interesting, this has like a, maybe I should, I'm gonna shift where this is so you can see. It's misty up here. That's what I was trying to say. I'm just kind of learning this puzzle right now, which is interesting. Like, I feel like every puzzle kind of has its own feelings about orientations of pieces and such. I'm not even on camera anymore. It's okay. I did the thing again where I rubbed the lipstick on my face. Good stuff. so I think it's genuinely pretty self-explanatory. But right now I'm just looking through the box for more pieces. I'm noticing things about like groupings of pieces that I might want to use later. Things that are fuzzier. I definitely don't want to do roofs. There's like 60 million roofs. At some point, I will have to do them. That is not now. That point is not this point in time. I feel like half of doing a puzzle is sorting. So I do have, I got given for my birthday last year. Thank you, Lara. A like travel puzzle thing that has fabric sections that you can like put the whole puzzle pieces in, move, and then you can like you don't have to lose a table to a puzzle, which I think a lot of times you do have to lose a table to a puzzle. I will say that this desk is like pretty solid for puzzling in terms of I don't have a lot of back pain. A lot of times in recent history I have puzzled on the floor and it's not great for your back. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna take that out. That's weird. I had those in because I was listening to a podcast, but it makes it really hard to talk. I think I'm gonna go at 11 my time to make some pancakes. I got a box for chocolate orange pancakes. That is very exciting to me. Very excited about it. To eat the pancakes. I think I've gotten some good progress done on this though. Like I said, I will definitely be streaming doing this whole puzzle, so that'll be interesting. I'm also interested to kind of look at some of the playback of this stream and make sure the sound was good and think about ways I can make things better maybe for the next time. The answer is not I'm getting a laugh mic anytime soon. Anyway. Oh, also if you're watching this like afterwards, please leave a comment. Say hello. Oh, there's a person there. Hello, person. Yeah, so I've gotten the whole edge done. You can't see over in this corner that this edge is done, but it is, I promise. If you are here and you want to, especially if you like actually know me in real life, say hello in the chat so that I can say hello. Maybe I'll stick around a little bit longer then, if you want. If you want to hang, yeah, I don't know, man. Just trying to find sky pieces. It's very weird that this puzzle, I guess usually there's a lot of sky. But this, oh, a whole 2 people are watching. Hi, 2 people at once. It's weird that this puzzle, like, is one that I want to do the sky first on. I feel like sky is often the thing I do last, but there's so many itty bitty things, pieces, that I am not, I'm not doing that. Oh, but I was saying that, like, after I get off the stream today, I'm going to make pancakes, but not just any pancakes. They're going to be chocolate orange pancakes. So when I ordered the box that has the chocolate orange pancakes, I imagined that they were going to be like chocolate pancakes with orange flavor in them. But they're not. They are buttermilk pancakes with white chocolate chips and chocolate chips. And they come with an orange marmalade to put on top, and also fresh oranges that you're like supposed to eat on the side. And I will be honest, I do really like when you get a breakfast. It's usually breakfasts. You like order breakfast at a restaurant, and then they have those orange slices, and they're like, when they're really good orange slices, I love that. So there's oranges, there's buttermilk, and it came with eggs. And you guys know, in this economy, eggs coming included with something, that's high stuff. I bet those farms have less of the issues, like wherever they source the eggs from, probably have less issues with the avian flu, because they're probably not as close quartered. They're not like factory farms that these eggs will be coming from, because it's like a local, they do a lot of local sourcing. I guess that's what I'm saying. Anyway, and it's real buttermilk. So it's buttermilk and eggs and some pancake mix. And then marmalade, which is exciting to me. But I was imagining them being chocolate pancakes. They're not chocolate pancakes. They're buttermilk pancakes with white chocolate chips, marmalade, and a coffee, like a mocha whipped cream. So I'm very excited to eat that. That's what's happening when this is not happening anymore, which will probably be as soon as that. Let me see that there's one person there. Oh, there's a person that said thing. Hi, Sam and Anna. Anna didn't have a channel and couldn't chat. No. Are you also puzzling? Oh, no, you're just watching me puzzle. Hi. I thought maybe someone on Instagram would see me. So I was saying, I'm probably going to stop streaming pretty soon. But you can watch back the whole hour and a half I've been on here. You can watch back all of the chaos that came before. Because I gotta eat pancakes, guys. I have coffee mocha whipped cream. I'm really stoked. So that's my Saturday morning plans. Oh, you are puzzling too? Yay, 2,000 piece. I thought about starting a 2,000 piece puzzle today. This is very fun. Guys, live streaming is so much more fun when there's another person. Yes, definitely this is exciting that I have like a table that I can just keep this puzzle on indefinitely and it won't interrupt my life. Although, to be fair, our dining room table has right now, I like build together wooden puzzle thing. It's not exactly a puzzle. So you follow instructions to build it, but it's going to be like a wooden safe thing. Anyway, it's been sitting on the table for like too long, a couple months. We haven't got very far on it. So I'm excited to have this on here, but oh yes, please send me the puzzle when you're done. That would be delightful. Also, I suspect that if you think it should go to me, maybe there are cats in it, which is very exciting. I love cats. So all of my other puzzles, I have a 750 puzzle that I just did. Usually my rule is not less than 1,000 pieces, but I made an exception because Aunt Karen gave it to me. So, usually not less than 1,000 pieces. But this was like the hardest puzzle because it was holographic. And so you couldn't see what the colors were of the pieces. It was really terrible. I like literally never do that. Don't do that to yourself. Don't buy a holographic puzzle. But yeah, I guess after this one, all of my other puzzles that are here are 2,000 pieces. And so the channel's gonna level up or something. But yeah, so we finished the outside this morning. I started at like 9:30 this morning. And I streamed all of it. So you guys can in the past puzzle with me too and then see where we got to here. That's a lot. What was I thinking about? It's weird though that this puzzle I'm doing the sky first. I think that's really strange. Like, mostly I don't do that, but I think actually that's maybe the smallest space. At least this ridge bit should be pretty easy to follow. Yeah, so I guess my advice there was don't get a holographic puzzle. A puzzle that was silver and had a round component. Yeah, round puzzles are really hard. I did when I worked at Sky and Telescope, I did a moon puzzle that we produced because I think I told them that they should make a moon puzzle and a round puzzle. And so that one also broke my 1,000-piece puzzle piece rules, but was still challenging because the shape is weird. But silver, ooh. The shiny is really what does it to me. I have discovered that I like a good matte puzzle piece. Like, I don't want it to be shiny. I want to be able to see what I'm looking at. Because it's part of the intuitive puzzle solving is I have to be able to, at all times, fully comprehend what the pieces are. Yeah. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yes. That one goes there. So maybe I'll try to finish, like, connect through all of that ridge line. But this is very fun. I thank you for joining me this morning. I spent an hour talking into the abyss, but you know, I don't mind. I had a lot to say to the abyss today. But I'll have to figure out like what time of day is a good time to actually do this. This is nice because it's usually like my quiet time. I usually just sit on the couch. But I like doing puzzles and I could have company while puzzling. That's lovely. I was saying, yeah. I have to do a better job of like telling people when things are coming up though. So I might do this again tomorrow morning, which is hard for you guys because you're in a different time zone anytime, all day. I might do an all day stream at some point. When I don't have pancakes planned though, because I really want to eat those pancakes. Yeah. My like current goal, I was saying earlier, is to try to do this every Saturday for a little while until I run out of puzzles, I guess. And then I'll have to ask on Nextdoor for more puzzles. See if anybody wants to do a puzzle trade. The person who had this puzzle, I think, had cats. There are very fine white hairs in it. I also found earlier a long black hair that definitely did not belong to me. Gross. But for being a secondhand store, I think it's from Goodwill probably, or Salvation Army, but probably Goodwill. Puzzle. It had all the edge pieces, so that's solid. This is bugging me that I don't have this piece. So it's like gonna be a really obvious piece, and I don't have it. So anyway, yeah, that's what I'm thinking about Saturday mornings puzzling for the next while. Although in February, I'm running an event at the museum on the weekend, so I will not be puzzling on that weekend, alas. And depending on how addicted I get to this puzzle, I might randomly come back later today. I'll try to post on Instagram when I'm doing it so that people know. But also, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of nice to just watch somebody do a puzzle. I would want to watch that. I was saying that earlier too, that like if this showed up somewhere in my feed, I would enjoy just watching somebody else, even if it was in silence, doing a puzzle. That really feels like that rock shouldn't go that direction. Do you go here? No, do not go there. I think maybe you were on also when I was saying that like I need to get some like chill music. It's very weird for me. I'm like a person who is always listening to an audiobook or watching a YouTube video or something with sound, watching TV. It's very weird to be doing this and not have sound. So for a while I was listening to some podcasts, but it's very hard to talk about a different topic than you're listening to and puzzle all at once. It's too much. So we have abandoned that. Where's that piece? Where are you? No, maybe so. Yeah. How is your Saturday going? How is the snow out there? We had some snow yesterday and it's pretty much all gone already. Also, I have to say, Anna, it's funny to me that you don't have a YouTube account because I've had one for so long that I don't know how I would function without it. But also, like, 90% of the content I consume is watching people vlog on YouTube. So that's probably related to it. By content, I mean video content, because I listen to, obviously, a lot of audiobooks. I just got, by the way, we have snow more keeps falling. Oh, that's brutal. I hate when there's that, like, layer of ice. It does make a good crunching noise, but then, oh, it's terrible to shovel. Ugh. That's my least favorite. That is my very least favorite, is icy snow. It's not got like any of the good qualities. And it hurts when you fall in it. I forget what I was saying before then. Ooh, icicles are cute. But then I'm always like worried about them ripping off gutters and like them telling me about how bad my roof is. Because, like, obviously that, like, lets you know where all your heat is escaping. Like, oh, well, that needs to be fixed. This house, we haven't had enough snow that there's, like, it hasn't stuck around long enough that there have been icicles. But I am very interested to see what ends up happening in terms of icicles on here. Aww. Does he crunch okay? I feel like he would get stuck and then it's slippy. So I was saying that it's funny, Anna, to me that like you don't have a YouTube account because I've had one since 2008 at least. So strange. I was planning on actually maybe listening to an audiobook while I was doing that this morning. But I had some podcasts to get through on YouTube first. But we had, I got Well Traveled. So I'm really excited to listen to that. That was going to be my listen. Oh. Yeah. Icicles are so pretty, but they're very dangerous. It reminds me of, there's that line in A Christmas Story. Like, icicles have been known to kill people. He lies about how he broke his glasses. He said it was an icicle. But to be fair, like, it could have done that. It was a good lie for a kid. Ooh, ooh, ooh. No, no, don't do that. You go there. That was a satisfying one. Where do you go ultimately, though? Anyway. Yeah, no, I have to say, like, I understand, like, watching streams, why it's fun, but I understand why for streamers it is fun to be streaming when there are people there. Yeah, no, I want you to go there, though. Why don't you go there? Oh, you go here. You go here. Okay. Yeah, do you go here? No. How long have you guys been working on your puzzle? How long has it been taking over the dining room table? Oh, okay. So that's not too bad. I've only lost it for like a week. Yeah. That's the thing, is it's not bad. It's not bad with puzzles for them to take over the kitchen table if you are like pretty dedicated to getting them done. But if you're not, they take forever. Which is this other wooden thing. We made some of them before that were like Marble Run wooden put together kits. I guess they're like model kits. And actually the company is Ukrainian, so it's really cool. Ah. Yeah, no, that's why I'm not allowed to puzzle with other people. Very proprietary. Yes, I 100% sympathize with that one, Anna. That is definitely something. Ooh, that was very satisfying. I just pulled this piece out and I knew exactly where it went. The intuitive puzzle solving is happening. Yeah. I was saying in my hour-long stream before this that I'm not great to puzzle with in real life because I like know where I've put things. And so I get really annoyed if I like know where something is and it gets moved. And I'm a primarily sort by like color and texture person. And so when people sort by shape, that's very annoying to me. So yeah. We haven't been working on that model thing though. And it's been out for a while. I feel like maybe we should just put it away and we'll do it again when the sun doesn't go down at 4. Sunset's almost 4:45. I think today might be 4:45. That's very exciting. I still haven't found that piece though. I feel like I'm almost through all of the pieces again. And I still have yet to find. Ooh. Does this piece go here? It does. Yes. I want you guys to live in a little happy land over there. I've almost made it through the box again, and I have not found this piece. It's very upsetting to me. Where are you hiding? That's the thing with thrift store puzzles, is you're never sure if all the pieces are there. And so it's like, it could be that I missed it as I was going through. Like, that's definitely possible. But it could also be. Ooh. Oh, guys, this corner down here, getting some good work. Yeah, see, you don't know. That was the other thing about the horrific. I mean, I'm very grateful to have been given the puzzle. I shouldn't say horrific. But it was so annoying because it was so shiny to see what the pieces were. And then it didn't even have all the pieces at the end. So the end of it was not satisfying. It's really upsetting. So that is the risk. But then also, like, I guess I either got the puzzle for free, which was the case of the colored one, or like they paid $1 for it or whatever. And so I guess it's fair that it's like missing pieces. It's like puzzle roulette. Wonder if I should have, we'll see how long this goes on for. But it could be fun, given my method of puzzle solving, to have somebody like take all the pieces of a puzzle and put it in a blank box, and then I don't even know what I'm solving. It's usually like, these flowers are gonna be my next thing. Ooh, do you go here? No. Similar flowers, but different. But it could be fun to do like a totally blind, totally intuitive puzzle solving where I never have had the like whole picture. Oh, that's cute. Yeah. I like that idea. I feel like, oh, this reminds me, so the Simone Yetch, who does YouTube videos where she builds things like dumb robots that do things badly. She bought a Tesla and turned it into Truckla. She sells on her shop, which is like called Yetch Store or something like that. She sells an all-white puzzle that is missing a random piece. At least that would be an easy one to replace the piece for. And like paint it red or something. Do you make the pieces out of like cardboard, or do you make them out of wood or like chipboard or something? This is like old cereal boxes maybe. They're not quite thick enough. You have to like glue a couple old cereal boxes together. Are you the piece? Guys, it's the piece! I found it! Goes right. Oh, that's so satisfying. God, I love puzzles. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you can maybe make a good one. Right, it is mean. Cardboard and drawn colored stuff, yeah. Yeah, I wonder if you did like this. There's probably like a whole art, you know, like there's that Japanese art with the you break the pottery and then you put it back together with gold, and then it's more. There's some phrase that they have about it. Very cool, very beautiful. But I feel like there's something like that for puzzles, but instead you like draw tiny yetis on the missing pieces or something. So you're making like a whole new art as a result. That's intriguing. I didn't want to spend any more time with that. Holographic one though, because it was just, it was a 500 piece puzzle, so it's like I should be done with this in like an hour, 2 hours, and then I can move on with my life. And then it like took me 2 days. I'm like, rude. So rude. I feel like some of my friends who would enjoy, well, now I know that piece isn't missing, and actually I might have all of the pieces out already. I feel like a lot of my friends who would enjoy watching me do this and like hanging out and stuff are, I think they work weekends. So I might have to think about the timing of the next one, but at least for this puzzle, it's going to be mornings. Okay. Do you see any sky pieces in here? I don't see any sky pieces in here. Let me know if you did though. I'd be really annoyed. Well, I guess I haven't gone through the whole box. I'm going to be really annoyed if there's like one tiny piece of sky in that. Ooh, there's a car. I like when there's like discernible things on the piece. There's a little car there. Earlier I found this table with chairs and I'm like, who are these humans? I need to like, because you can see this picture and then I can see the picture. I need to like wrap that. Maybe I'll do that before the next stream. Wrap the outside of the box so I can't see the pictures. Some puzzle boxes are better about that and they don't make it so difficult for me to solve puzzles intuitively. Okay, who do you go with? Where do you go? Where do you go? So many tiny hairs. This is like house stuff. I want more purple mountain. So it goes here. There. Yes, no, I know you go there. Don't try to pretend that you don't go there, because I know that you do. You go there. Somewhere there's a tiny bit of green. That one. Yeah. Now I started thinking about the pancakes again. I might stay on for like another 5 minutes and then go make pancakes. And then I'll decide if I'll come back again later. I'll post on Instagram again. I'll text you so that you know if I'm back on. Where do you go? Oh, yes. Oh, good things are happening. I feel like this has got to be, but I want it to go this way. Maybe it doesn't go that way. Maybe it goes this way. Maybe all of these long ones are vertical. Yeah. Does it go maybe like this? Are you? No. Nope. I'm hiding in this box. Let's see. Does not appear to be hiding in this box. Right. See, this one's got like a tiny, I think this goes over here somewhere because it's got this little bit of line on it. Do you go here? Ooh. That's exciting. That's very exciting. This is going to be a weird shaped piece. So many tiny white fuzzies. I don't know if the tiny white fuzzies are cat hairs or if they are my hairs. They could be either. I have very fine hair. And a bunch of it is now short and very white. Could be that. Okay. You, who are you? What is your story? Tell me about your life. This one's got that line in it too, but roof lines are tricky. Ooh, wait, you have purple. Do you go here? Do you go here? No, you don't. Ooh, but I bet you go here. Yes! That's good. Anyway, there's this like root wires, but I don't know where you go. Ooh. Yeah. Oh, that's satisfying. Connecting into the puzzle, guys. If you go here, yeah. Yep. But that's weird. Your line is vertical. I think there's like a tower or something on this piece. Interesting. This one has a very small amount of mountain. That's kind of purpley blue. Oh, this is the piece that goes here. Ha! I've got almost all the interior corner pieces. Wait, when did what happen? Oh, when did the hair happen? Last Friday. I got it all done. So it's like, here, I can take my hair out. So it's like blonde in the front with shorter chunks, and then I have no hair. It's a lot shorter than it was. I didn't intend to take that much off, but you know how hairdressers are. As like, you know, you can cut it till it's healthy, and I don't want it to be like shorter than here, and then, so she cut it to there. And I was hoping it would help with it being tangly, and it hasn't super helped with it being tangly. It has helped with it catching in my armpits though, and like zippers and coats. It was just too long, you know, as one might expect for not having cut their hair in. I was due for a haircut. I was going to get it done at the end of March 2020. So it'd been like 6 months since I cut my hair. And then obviously I did not then cut my hair. For many, many moons. Oh, that's good. Oh, and I bet you connect here. So the place I went to, they still require masks, which is why I went there. And I was like, you know what? I just want to get my hair done. I haven't had it done in ages. It would feel, whoa. So this is, the corners aren't corners. Oh, that's going to be tricksy. That's going to be tricksy. I hadn't had it done in ages. It was getting out of control. I'd already cut off like 3 or 4 inches. Yeah, the bangs are new. Yeah. So, but I've had bangs before, and I was just tired. I have such a large forehead. I was just tired of. I was tired of it. And I was like, I'm going to do something. If I'm going to go, I'm going to risk COVID, I'm at least going to get something fun done. And so I went to this place that still requires masks, and like, so it felt very like COVID safe, which was really nice. But when I got home, and it was not cheap. So it was basically like anybody who gave me Christmas money, this is what I spent it on, was this haircut. And do you go to get, oh guys, we're so close. Actually, that might be it. Anybody who, what was I saying? No, that wasn't what I was trying to say. That's where that goes. I got home and I realized that like the hair was a nice line here, and then it had like a big dip in on this side because she hadn't been very careful when cutting the bangs in. And like it looked good, except for I could tell there was this whole chunk that should have been bangs. So then I cut that myself. So I'm like, well, I mostly paid for the fact that you were keeping me safe and everyone was masked and like you're really strict about it. But I don't love that I spent this much money on a haircut that I got home and I had to fix. And it's also like, I don't know, we'll see how things go. There's like 2 layers of the blonde in the front here. One like hits at the chin and one is longer. Yeah. And it looks kind of scraggly, so I might ultimately cut that blunt. My hair is very, very, very fine. Like to the point where the hairdresser put an oil in, and I forgot to say to her that I am frequently told by hairdressers, ooh, this is the weird piece. I'm frequently told by hairdressers that my hair, like, just, it hates having oils added to it, like, gets weighed down super easily, and I haven't had my hair done in a while, so I forgot to tell her that at the beginning. So she had to wash my hair twice. She was like, oh, your hair is like, oh yeah, I should have told you. My hair, it can only take the finest of the tiniest amount of a very light oil, even if it feels dry. You cannot add oil to it because immediately it will be very upset. Guys, we did it. It's all connected all the way across. But now I have gotten into this far into it. Now I want to finish this guy. So I'll probably finish this guy. And then pancakes. Pancakes. It's like too early for me to eat breakfast when I started all of this. So now it's almost noon and I haven't eaten anything. It's fine. It's fine. Are you the piece that goes there? Who goes there? You go here. Ooh, that's just very, very satisfying. I feel like you go here. No, why? Why don't you go here? How many pieces? Yeah, see? Everybody wants pancakes because pancakes on Saturday are like classic. If I could share these pancakes with you, I would. Maybe I'll send you a picture when I get them, because they're very, like, I ordered a box thing, so they have like very fancy accoutrement. So I'll send you a picture. How many pieces do you guys have left in your puzzle? Ooh, that's a fun one. It's a skinnier one. Get this one. No, that's too white. That goes here. It'll also be good for me to stretch, because sitting in this position while puzzling, it's definitely better than like my usual floor puzzling situation, but I can feel that I have been in one position for too long. Now I'm thinking about the people watching the stream back. Like, oh, 200. You're so close. Oh, that's exciting. Oh, that's very exciting. Thinking about the non-existent people in the void, who might watch this back later, and it's funny to be like having a conversation with actual people in real time, and then like other people will watch it not in real time. Ooh, this has like the tiniest bit on it. Where's the tree? It's here. It goes there. Ha ha ha. This feels like it should go around here somewhere. I should sort these by gradient. Oh, I was saying earlier that one of my favorite puzzles I've ever done is a gradient puzzle. It was a pink to orange gradient. I bought it at one of the museums I worked at that I don't currently work at. And I want that light back. Okay. And I really liked it. And there's a game, like a app, called Hue, where it's basically the same thing. You get all of these pieces that are like slightly different colors, and then you have to organize them by color. which actually I think might be like really good for your eyes to do, because I really want that piece to go there. It's like at the doctor sometimes they'll like test your vision to see how good it is with those like weird color chart things, and if you did this you would get better at that test, I think, but also just in general. That's good. Yeah, no, you're definitely finishing that puzzle today. And then you'll have your table back. What will you do with your clear table? Put cheese on it? I feel like that's always a good option for a clear table. Cheese! And you go here. No, not you. I need somebody bluey gray here. Somebody who is more bluey gray. Is it you? Yes. It is you. Anna, have you started your new... I thought you were trying to clear the table off. It was all a lie. Oh, that one's much skinnier though. I need somebody with really small pieces for that. I think I've tried this piece already. This has like a funny edge on it, and I keep like seeing the shadow of it and thinking it's color that will tell me some secret about where it lives, but it is not. It is not that. There we go. It's like a grayish color. Grayish. No, it was that way. Why did my brain tell me to turn that? That's silly brain. That's very silly. No, it needs to be smaller. There we go. Intuitive puzzling is happening. You should go around here. Yeah, there it is. There it is. I think there are people who like count how many pieces they put in as they do a puzzle. That would be interesting. You could like figure out your rate of doing pieces. Like, you were clearing space for the next puzzle. Is that 2,000 pieces too, or is it? Anyway, what I was saying was, I was musing that it would be interesting for someone to, I guess you'd have to be somebody watching somebody else do a puzzle to really get that data. But it'd be interesting to record how often like pieces get put in a puzzle, because I would assume that the rate increases over time, right? Like, but at the beginning you get a lot of pieces in because you're doing all the edgies. So they're like done pretty fast. And then at the end it's fast because you only have a couple pieces left and only a couple spots. That would be interesting. There's probably a study in that. I don't know why anyone would want to know that information though, so I don't think it's a paid study. No, you don't go that not here. No, not there. Stupid sky pieces. To be fair, I think a lot of the other piece, no, that piece doesn't go there. I continue to want to put this piece here. It's still not the piece that goes there. Oh, you know, I keep thinking that things have to align, but they don't have to align. The puzzle is, I don't even know how, they must like punch cut this puzzle. Or like CNC it or something. Because it's not like a clear vertical line. I guess I haven't thought about that. About like how puzzles get done. A dozen new puzzles. Wow. I thought I was pretty intense for having like 8 new puzzles. I do have one puzzle in this house that's $7.50. And I don't want to put it on the stream because it's not 1,000. It is nice though when you have like people who are puzzle friends or next door, and you can give them to the next person. That same piece, go over there. I keep thinking you go there. You. No, not you. No. Not doing a very good job of like putting pieces I've already tried places into a place where I can be like, oh no, I've already tried that piece there. It's only when I put the piece into the puzzle. I did not expect that piece to go there. See, because it doesn't follow this vertical line. It's gonna be tricksy. I should have a better system of putting ones I've tried other places. Well, it's not what my brain does, so here we are. Did already try that piece there, and I was pretty sure I had already tried that piece there. Okay, I think, that's a good deal. It's like a puzzle ring. That's a really good deal. I feel confident that I could finish this in like 15 minutes, but my shoulder is driving me crazy. And now I'm really thinking about those pancakes. So I'm gonna go eat pancakes. Thank you guys for joining me on my first ever live stream of puzzles. And I will send you those pictures of the pancakes, but not you, other people in the abyss, just Sam and Anna. And I'll maybe be back later, but almost definitely I will be back tomorrow morning. Bye.